at the end of the day, I pat myself on the back because as an artist, it's like you want to be able to articulate your voice in the clearest way possible. With this specific body of work, I felt like I did that. So my name is Nathan Wong. I live up here in the Bay Area, Sonoma to be precise, and Marin. I've been painting pretty much for the last 15 years. I decided to pursue it professionally within the last 6. For this body of work, it's very linear, it's abstract, it's very sharp. There's a huge play on color. I'm excited to be able to be chasing this dream, you know, especially in adulthood. It's not something that you have the opportunity to do. There's a lot of fear that stands in the way. There's a lot of uncertainty. I feel very blessed by the people I surround myself with, the guidance I've been given. The work that is going to be exhibited came from a show that I did with UTA, probably about 4 or 5 months ago. And that body of work was created kind of during the pandemic, you know, while I was trying to figure out how I wanted to approach this body of work for the show. I just dumbed things down a little bit and just focused on the things that made me happy. And that's honestly nature. You know, it was being forced to sit still, to not interact with others, to have that constant gray cloud of fear of just like what can happen next. It was a really rough time. I'm sure you can relate. I really resorted to nature, and I was really inspired by obviously all of the colors, the bloom, the sky. It was the things that brought me peace. And so for the body of work, I wanted to create something that was very light. I wanted to follow a palette that was very symbolic of like freedom, of like no borders, right? You know, if colors can evoke emotion, the emotion that I wanted to evoke with this body of work was that of peace, of solitude, you know, of beauty, but with a lot of strength. And I think the strength is found in the shapes and the way that my subject overlaps. It's always grounded or it's floating, but you can see strength within the work. So it's a beautiful strength. It's that of just very light colors. It floats. I like it. I really wanted to reach a place of Zen. I wanted to reach a place of peace and solitude, of beauty, and just kind of this, just really kind of like make it a little more simple, you know? I could have painted from the heart. I could have painted a lot darker things, but I just chose the other side of that. And, you know, it's my hopes that when people see it, they kind of are able to articulate that, or able to kind of feel a portion of what it was that I was trying to achieve. So I'm the middle of 3 children. I come from a very deep-rooted medical and dental family. So, you know, my sister's a dentist, my brother's a dentist, my sister-in-law's a dentist, my father's a dentist. And in college, Mr. Nathan over here thought he was going to be a dentist as well. But I stumbled upon art as an elective class, and I realized that that's kind of one of the things that held my passion. And if I was going to get a college degree, I needed to have that passion. So I changed it to art, and fresh out of college, I painted. I really went for it. I had some really good traction, but then there's just some life-altering events that happened simultaneously that kind of like made me scared. And so then I jumped into fashion. I went back to work on an MBA in business. I got into the business world, lived in LA, worked in fashion, got into some commercial real estate, moved back to the Bay. And then I decided I wanted to get back into art, but I didn't want to pursue it from the artistic standpoint myself, maybe because of insecurities, maybe because I was a little jaded, a little bit scared. So I opened an art gallery, which brought me out to Marin. I opened up an art gallery in Sausalito. And it was alongside a really good friend of mine and actually a very successful artist, Hugo McLeod. And so we were able to do that together for 4 to 5 years. And then he decided probably 2 or 3 years in, he's like, you know what, I'm over this design world. He's like, I just want to pursue my art. I'm moving to Brooklyn. I'm going to go for it. And I was just like, okay. But long story short, I was through example that I was able to see somebody really climb the ranks in the art world. You know, I saw what was actually possible, and I'm one of those people that needs to see something in order to believe it. And yeah, so through his example and through many others that I've gotten to know along the way, they kind of encouraged me to do so, and it was the right call. I don't think I can see myself doing anything else. So all of me is involved into this body of work as well as my entire practice. You know, I'm just going for it.